Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I decided that I wanted to do a comparison of my 2022/2023 book bullet journal and my one that my mum got me for 2024. The things that I prefer in each one, the things that I didn't like in each one, and yeah, I just thought I would go through this with you and show you all of the things that I loved in the one that I made and things I hated and all the things I love in this one, and some things that I'm not exactly the biggest fan of, because I don't hate anything in this, it's just one or two things I'm not the biggest fan of. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 2022/2023 bullet journal. This one was supposed to just go through 2022, but I'm such a slow reader that I had to expand it because I had so much space left. So this first bit is like kind of bit. So I have my star rating at the top with all the different colours, and then I had the boxes for how many books I read. Now I read 26 books in 2022, and then I just carried on as book 27 from 2023, and like I just obviously did my highlighting for all of them, and then by the time the end of the year came I obviously had like this page as well. And I liked this at first, and I do still kind of like it. It's not something I have in my new one, but it took forever, and obviously as you can tell I gave up with trying to make the boxes look neat half the time. But yeah, now this is something that, okay, I prefer the style of it in my new one, but I prefer how much bigger they are in this one. So it's my bookshelf with all the books I read, and I prefer that it's bigger in here so it was easier for me to write the titles of the books on them, whereas in my new one the books are a lot smaller and it is harder for me to write the names on. As you can see, they're very squished up and kind of messy, which I don't like because I like it to look really neat even though I don't have the best handwriting in the world. But yeah, no, because just the books are a bit too thin on this one, but I still think this is prettier because of the design and everything. I just wish the books were a bit thicker like they are in here. Next, I had my to be read shelves that I did. As you can tell, I didn't read half the ones that were on my to be read shelves. Like, I read a few, and then some of them I DNF'd and stuff, but yeah, no, I don't have that in here. Well, actually, no, I do have TBR things, but I've done them for things that are for this year. So me and Remy were supposed to be doing a book club, but we've kind of got distracted and not done it. And then I have my Remy's Rex page. Those are all the books that he's recommended to me. My read or get rid list. These are all books that I want to read by the end of 2024. And if I don't, I'm going to get rid of them. I've already gotten rid of some of them. So I got rid of Little Women, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and Sea Witch and Serpent and Dove. There's some others on there that I still need to read. But if I don't read them by the end of this year, I am getting rid of them. And then finally we have my 12 books from 12 friends list. So this is just all books that I've been recommended by people. I've actually done pretty well on this list so far. I've read 4 of the books. But yeah, no, I do prefer my new one for the TBR to this one. Then we have my best book of the year. So this is my 2022 one. My best book of 2022 was It Ends With Us. And then my best book of 2023 was, of course, Secrets of the Dead by Laura Carter. And I do have that in here. So yeah, I do have it in my new one, and I do love it so much more. I wish these boxes were a bit bigger because I just have very big handwriting, but it's fine. So for each month I've just got my favourite book of the month. So in January it was A Court of Thorns and Roses, in February A Court of Wings and Ruin, and then in March it was A Thousand Boy Kisses as my favourite book. I've actually read every single month this year so far. Even if I've only read 1 or 2 books, I've read every single month, which is more than I can say for 2022 and 2023. So in 2022 I didn't read a single book in June or August, and then for 2023 I didn't read a single book in July, so I couldn't add books on. So I'm hoping I stick to reading at least 1 book every month this year. But yeah, oh my god, my pages are falling out because this is a very old journal now. But yeah, no, I definitely prefer the layout of this one because I just think it's prettier. I love the artwork. But I got this off Etsy. I will link the shop where I got it down below. Well, my mum got it for me, but I picked it out and I just think it's so gorgeous. Okay, up next is one that is definitely better than my new one. That is my review pages. So when I first got this one, I had a printer, so where I was printing out the book covers, doing a little quote from the book, and then my star rating. And yeah, this was fine because I don't really have any artistic skill. Yes, the page just fell out. That's how old this book is. But as time went on, I gave up doing that and I was just doing basically stars on the bottom of the pages because I couldn't find a quote in every book that I liked from it. And then when it came to 2023, I was just doing when I finished the book and then my star rating with a sticker. Whereas in my new one that I got, the star rating system and the review pages are so beautiful. So you have a space to add the cover, you have the title, the author, the star rating, and then it's got, if you listen to it as like a book or an audiobook, when I started it, when I finished it, number of pages, the genre, if I've reread it, how I discovered the book, when and where I read it, my favourite quote from the book, and yeah, no, it's so good. And then on the back, it has, on the back of the review page, it also has a little graph that you can fill out for whether you would recommend the book, the romance, the humour, spice, anything like that. And then your thoughts and ideas, and then a little playlist thing at the bottom. So you can do like music to listen to when reading this book. So like songs that just kind of remind you of the book and stuff. And yeah, no, just... I haven't done that for every single one because there is some books that I just didn't think of any music. So for example, for Court of Frost and Starlight, I didn't do a playlist, and I didn't do one for A Court of Silver Flames, but I do want to do one for that, and I might do one for Bride as well, which was my most recent read. But yeah, no, I just love it. I love filling that in because it's so cute, and I love like being able to use all my highlighters. You couldn't tell I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to stationery, and I love using stationery. Something else that I prefer with this, my new journal than my old one, is I have a series tracker page. So I've been able to track the series I'm reading. So I finished reading all of the books in the ACOTAR series that are out so far. And I will soon be owning the Throne of Glass series, which I'm so excited about because I really want to read it. But yeah, no, I've got my series tracker here and I love it. And then also something else I love, the page tracker. I tried to do this in my own journal. It did not work out very well. Let's see if I can find the page. So yeah, I tried to do it many times. So I had my pages read and then my reading format. Didn't work out because I would forget about it constantly. And that one was just for May because I didn't know how to do it for like each month of the year. Whereas with this one, has my color code system here at the top. And then on this page, it's got all of the days I've read. The ones boxed with an X in are ones on days that I haven't read. Which, yes, as you can tell, there's a lot of days I haven't read. But when I do read, I tend to read quite a lot. For example, in the last couple of days, I think I've read like 700 pages. Because that's mainly because I've been listening to the audiobook of books. But yeah, no, I prefer having my page tracker that I do in my new one compared to my old one. So something else that I can't really say much else about my old one because a lot of the pages are the same and they got used up for the same thing, and that is the photos of the books that I was reading. So because I don't do more than one per page because I was using like actual photos. I was printing them off of free prints and then sticking them in my journal, which I regret doing because look how thick it got and like it just looks so weird and messy. So something that I love is that for Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember which one, my mum got me this mini printer that I can use to print off the covers of the books I'm reading. So for all of my reviews, I have them. And like I know some people would prefer to have them in colour. I don't mind that they're in black and white because I genuinely really just love them. But yeah, I'm obsessed and I love it. And like, I think the way I did it in here, I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm just going to print it out. Like, love for a time for me tracking my pages. But yeah, I just print it out and had like the full picture. It was fine, and I'm going to keep this journal because I do genuinely love it and I've got all my things in it. But yeah, no, there's also like pictures in the back pocket of my journal, that ones that I was going to read but never did. And then the front of this journal was literally just me putting random stickers and things on it, and it was a cute journal and I really liked it, but I do definitely prefer my new one. And also you can't really see it, I don't think, but it has Natalie's reading journal embossed on the front of it, because it's just so cute. And then there's like a couple other things in here that I do love that I want to now show. So starting off, we have the reading goals page. So this has read a minimum of 50 books, read more non-fiction, and do more YouTube reading challenges in the front of it for my reading goals. I've honestly kind of stuck to this a bit. I've already read 17 books this year and I'm now on my 18th. I've not read any non-fiction yet. Well, no, I've read one non-fiction book, but I've got a couple more I want to read. I've got Tom Holland's Beyond the Wand book, because I love Harry Potter and I love Tom Holland. Not Tom Holland, Tom Felton. But Tom Felton's Beyond the Wand. Oh, I can't believe I messed that up. And then I've got Leanne Pinnock's autobiography that she did as well, which I'm really looking forward to reading, because I'm obsessed with Little Mix. I have been for years. I actually saw them in one of their last concerts a couple of years ago with my mum. It was such a great night and we adored it. So yeah, I've got them that I really want to read, so I'm going to read them. And I also read earlier this year Talking as Fast as I Can, which was the Lauren, I think it's either Graham or Graham audiobook. I listened to that because I love Gilmore Girls and she's one of my favourites. So then up next, something else I love in this journal, the reading log. So it has, you can do the title, the dates you read it, and then your star rating. I've already filled out this first page because, like I said, I've already read that many books, and then I'm on to page 2, but I think you can buy the individual pages from the seller who does this journal. I think I'm going to need to buy an extra one of the reading log because I've already filled out, like I said, the first page and I need more room. Something else I love is all of the quotes that are just going out throughout the journal. So like on random pages on the back of them, it'll just have a little quote that's like book related. So this one said, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one." That's by George R.R. Martin. And I love it because it's just like nice little quotes just going all throughout the journal, and it just makes me happy. And then another thing I love is the monthly wrap-up pages. So you had a space for you to put the books you read, your favourite book of the month, and then a graph of your star rating, and then your average star rating. And then on the back of it, it has a full-on graph page that you can fill out. So it has whether you read female or male authors. As you can tell, I only read female authors in January. The genres of the books, how many days it took you to read them, your goal for the next month, a little calendar, and then how many pages you actually read in the month. And then also it has the boxes down the side where you can colour in for the days you actually read. And I just think it's so pretty. I love filling it in. As you can tell, I didn't read as many books in February. I only read 2, but that's because they were really big books. And then obviously, like, I've got my graph on the back of that. I only read female authors again. And then I only read fantasy books because they're both the books I read were fantasy. And then it was a little thing for how long it took me to read. And then the numbers is number of pages read altogether. That is how many I've read like throughout the year so far. Then I've got my March one, obviously. And then obviously the stuff on the back of the March one. And then I've slowly started filling in my April one. As of right now, I think my favourite book of the month is going to be A Court of Silver Flames, which then means the picture will get added here, but who knows? I might really love the book I'm currently reading. I doubt it though, because the series is a solid 4-star series. But yeah, no, it's so gorgeous, and like the different designs for everything, and then the overall yearly graph thing. So whether I read more female authors, male authors, or non-binary authors, like if I would recommend most of the books I read, the number of pages I read altogether throughout the year, all the genres I read, my number 1 book, my average rating, time taken to read most of the books, how many books I read in each like number of books thing, and then it has a goal for next year. And honestly, I just think this is so gorgeous and everyone should go and have a look to buy it. And it just, I love that it's just got like my name and stuff embossed in the front of it. And it's definitely better than me using my very, very limited art skills to make a bullet journal like this one. I did make a bullet journal this year for my mum for her Christmas present, and she loved it. Because I really wanted to work on that for her, and I think I did a good job with that one. It's just my own, it just wasn't working out very well. So yeah, but those are my 2 bullet journals that I've had over the last 3 years. Definitely upped how much I actually read, and that is why I am going to have to get another one of those reading log pages for this one if the shop does sell them individually. Because like I said, I've already read 18, well, almost 18 books this year, and by this time last year, let's see how many I'd read. I'd read 11 books by this point last year, so I've read like another 7 more than I'd had previously. So yeah, no, I read a lot more now, which I love, especially because I listen to a lot more audiobooks now than I used to. And I don't, if people come in my comments saying listening to audiobooks isn't reading, yes it is. I still read along in the physical as I listen to my audiobooks, and even if I didn't, who cares, it's still reading. I still class it as reading, and everyone else should. So yeah, no, I'm on chapter 7 of If Love Had a Price by Anna Huang, and yeah, just those were, I went off on a tangent then, but those were my book journals for the last couple of years. And even though I do love the one I made myself, I do have to say the one my mum got me for Christmas is the best one I have ever owned. So that is it for the video. This idea randomly came to me while I was watching Dan and Phil on YouTube, because apparently watching gaming videos gives me booktube ideas. But you know, I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about my reading journals from the last 3 years. I love both my journals, and I genuinely just adore the way they look, and I just love the style of this one because it's so cute. But yeah, no, I wanted to do a quick little like sit downy video. I have got some vlogs coming very soon. They're just taking me a while to film, so that is why you are just getting sit down chatty videos for a little while. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will update as soon as I can. But yeah, no, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.